ICT फाउन्डेसन नेपाल प्रस्तुत गर्दछ Huawei MNC Digital Nepal Conclave 2023.
Namaste, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time today in joining us in the Nepal Digital Conclave 2023. I'm honored to be here to represent Huawei, and my topic today is better governance, better livelihood, and better industry for Nepal. A quick introduction of myself. My name is Sheng from Huawei APAC for 5 years. Before Huawei, I was with the Singapore Ministry of Home Affairs for 11 years. I was also involved in transformation of public sector government agencies in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Maldives, Macau, and Papua New Guinea. I've seen before my eyes that each country is at a very different stage of evolution. Therefore, in today's sharing, I shall focus on the 3 aspects of smart city and supporting considerations to establish their evolution. So smart city uses technology and data to improve citizens' quality of life, economic growth, and sustainability. They integrate IoT, big data, and AI to provide benefits for governance, livelihood, and economy. For governance, smart cities provide real-time data, insights to city officials for informed decisions and quick response. For example, smart traffic systems reduce congestions and improve flow. For livelihood, smart cities provide access to essential services such as healthcare, education, and transportation. For example, smart healthcare systems offer remote consultations and monitoring, while smart education systems offer personalized learning. For economy, smart cities attract businesses and investment through improved infrastructure and services. For example, smart cities offer high-speed internet, smart energy, and efficient transportation networks. Therefore, smart cities contribute to better governance, livelihood, and economy. Through digital transformation using technology and data, smart cities enhances citizens' quality of life, promote sustainability, and drive growth. So digital transformation is actually much more than digital. It is about how we use technology to improve the lives of people and the planet. For example, every country has ministries to govern the country, such as the Ministry of Home Affairs that takes care of security and safety, the EPF or the Provident Fund takes care of your retirement, the company registrar that takes care of you opening a new business, the housing authority that manages your ownership of housing, and so on. Different ministries have different functions to serve the well-being of citizens and society. One way of the government that is embracing digital transformation is by providing various e-services to your citizens through different online portals. For example, the Ministry of Home Affairs allows you to apply for passports, visas, and citizenship online. The Central Provident Fund lets you check your retirement savings and make contributions electronically. The company registrar enables you to register and manage your business entities online. The Housing Authority allows you to apply for public housing and view your rental payment online. Each of these agencies currently have their respective government online portal to allow your citizens to access these e-services on the internet, cutting down on paper waste, improving efficiency, and enhancing convenience. Governance e-services silos bring potential issues like security threats, where ICT across different departments may apply security standards differently. The ICT infrastructure to store common data, like your citizens' information, are duplicated across all departments. Therefore, it is not user-centric. For example, a hacker may exploit the weak security of one department to access sensitive data from another department. Another example is the lack of coordination and collaboration among siloed agencies may result in delays, inefficiencies, and poor service delivery for the citizens. For the third example, the difficulty of implementing cross-cutting initiatives such as digitization, innovation, and sustainability that require a whole-of-government approach. These examples show how government e-services silos can undermine the public value and trust that the citizens expect from their government. Imagine you are a citizen of country A and you want to open a restaurant. How many government departments do you have to deal with before you can start a business? Let me give you a hint. It's actually a lot. You need to get a license from the Ministry of Home Affairs for fire safety, entertainment, liquor, and traffic. You need to register your company name, logo, shareholders, and finances with the company registrar. You need to get approval from the Environment Ministry for kitchen hygiene, food handling, training, sanitation, and trash disposal. You need to comply with the Food Authority for food products, suppliers, and storage. And that's not all. There are more. How long do you think it would take for you to open a restaurant? 3 months? That is if you are lucky and don't make any mistakes. This is a very tedious and frustrating process for anyone who wants to start a business in country A. It is not user-centric because it does not consider the needs and preference of the potential entrepreneurs. It is not efficient because it involves multiple agencies and departments that may be overlapping on conflicting requirements. It is not transparent because it is not providing clear, consistent information on what is needed and how long it will take. It is not responsive because it does not offer any feedback or support for the applicants. This delay will not just upset the applicant, but make customer becomes unwilling to proceed or at times totally giving up applying. This also potentially deflect investors to invest into country A, hurting the industry and its economy. Suppose you are citizens of country B and you are looking for a low-cost house from the government. You need to show that you have enough savings, that you are single, and that you qualify for the housing program. But instead of going to one location, you have to go online and sign up for 3 separate accounts on 3 different portals, and then you have to enter the same data again and again. How frustrating is that? Is that what you mean by user-centric design? Instead of wasting time on paperwork and bureaucracy, I can just go online and buy a house in a snap. The Housing Authority has done all the hard work for me by linking my provident fund and the marriage status to their system. They can tell me right away if I qualify for a house or not. No surprise, no hassle, no problem. This is user-centric and a better livelihood. How do you make e-government work? You need a smart system that connects different agencies and offer a variety of online services. That's what was planned since year 2000 in Singapore. When we created this integrated e-government model, this model has a public service infrastructure that acts as a bridge between government departments and provide a range of ICT services. It was designed to offer a myriad of public services that enable Singaporeans to look for a job, apply for a flat, and file income tax online through one-stop shop for public services. The platform reuses common applications such as authentication and payment, as well as data sources across the relevant agencies through a component-based software infrastructure. Cutting out excessive and duplicate entries, thus satisfying unwilling customers. The Singapore government has a master plan that focuses on 3 key connections: how to talk to its people, G2C, how to deal with businesses, G2B, and how to treat its own workers, G2E. But other countries may have different views of what a connected government means. Some of them are not so keen on using internet or public services. This depends on how well their people are educated, skilled, and equipped with the latest technology that are fast internet access. That's why it's important to have a way to figure out and achieve best combination of technology and business by understanding the whole government domain, how it works, what it needs, and then turning all of that into a strong, flexible, and practical solution. In Singapore, the main driving force was the government's top IT boss, the Infocom Development Authority, and supported by the central government body. The SOA platform was set up as a core backbone to host all applications or services of the ministries and agencies and was essential for the vision of creating connected e-government. The goal was to offer a one-stop shop for the government services through e-Citizen portal to enjoy the benefits of more efficiency and savings through the use of technology. The first industrial revolution was driven by steam engines and railways. The second was electricity and mass production. The third was by computers and automation. And the fourth was by smart devices and Internet of Things. But what about the fifth industrial revolution? This is the emerging phase of industry that puts people and planet first and uses new technologies to create well-being and sustainability for society. For example, it involves using biotechnology to improve health and food security, using 3D printing to create customized products, and using blockchain to ensure transparency and trust. Singapore, where I live, is one of the leaders in this revolution, but it still has a long way to go. Many countries in Asia Pacific are still stuck in the third and fourth revolution, where efficiency and productivity are the main goals. They rely on electronic and IT systems for automation or use data analytics and AI to enhance their processes, but they miss the human element that is essential for Industry 5.0, where workers collaborate with robots and machines to create value and meaning. For example, it involves cobots to assist workers in manufacturing, using chatbots to provide customer service, and using gamification to improve motivate employees. To better explain the evolution, UN established the 5 stages of e-government, and I'm going to use bananas as an example. Imagine a banana that represents the value of the society. Now imagine the line that represents the industry revolution. The more you move along the line, the more bananas you get. Got it? Good. So now the first stage is that you have a website that says, "Hello, we are the government." That's it. So no bananas for you. The second stage is where you can actually talk to the government through a website like, "Hey, can I have a banana?" Or, "What are you doing with my taxes?" You might get some bananas, but not many. The third stage is when you go do things online, like paying your taxes, downloading forms, or sign up for services. You get more bananas, but you still have to use user ID and password to access each end of them. The fourth stage is when the government becomes smarter and more integrated. You don't need to remember different passwords for different services, and you can access them across different departments. You get even more bananas, and they are bigger and tastier. The fifth stage is when the government becomes more democratic and transparent. You can participate in decision-making, access public information, and hold the government accountable. You get all the bananas you want, and you can even share it with others. That's it. That's the UN 5 stages of e-government from evolution to transformation. So data mining is like looking for a needle in a haystack, except that the haystack is made of data, and the needle is some useful information. Governments are great at collecting haystacks of data, but they are not so great at finding needles. They just keep piling up more and then forget about it. For instance, every government agency has its own set of data about you, such as your address, tax records, medical history, pet names, favorite colors, and etc. But they don't communicate with each other, so they end up duplicating data and wasting resources like disk space, power, and staff who are managing it. When the government wants to go digital, it's not enough to just digitize paper forms and connect different departments online. That's just the first step. The government also needs to rethink its mission, structure, policies, and processes, and train its people to adapt to the new digital environment. For example, a tax and revenue agency could use its data, knowledge, and software to create new services for citizens and businesses, such as personalized tax advice, real-time revenue forecasts, and automated compliance checks. That's what I mean by government digital transformation. We want to transform your unhappy and coerced citizen into happy and loyal customers. This will make your country better in every way, more prosperous and more productive, more peaceful and more powerful. One way is to use the data we gathered to apply intelligence to make new services more efficient and suggest better ways to achieve our mission. For instance, we will create an integrated operation command center that you will let city mayors to see how healthy each province is. Health here means not only well-being of the people, but also safety and the traffic and disaster situations. To plan your public sector digital transformation strategies, you need to understand where your country stands in terms of the e-government development. Based on the e-government development index, EGDI from the UN, which measures online services, telecom infrastructure, and human capital. I've classified countries into 3 types: developing brown, emerging blue, and developing green. For example, according to the UN e-government survey 2022, Mauritius has the highest EGDI in Africa with 0.75, while Somalia has the lowest with 0.17. As you can see, all countries, regardless of their level of development, have a digital transformation strategy. This is your roadmap to achieve your goal. Remember that this is not a silo mission, but a team effort. Let's appreciate the efforts of everyone involved. So the EU Smart City Strategy and Framework is a set of guidelines and best practices for cities for more efficient, sustainable, and responsive to its needs of their inhabitants and businesses. It covers various aspects of urban development such as mobility, energy, water, waste, building, governance, and citizen participation. We at Huawei offer Smart City Consultancy. We use this strategy and framework as a reference point. It has been successfully implemented in many cities around the world. Based on our experience in such projects, we suggest you start with the first 3 items of the strategy and the framework, and then select some of the remaining ones according to your priorities and budget. The first 3 items are the foundations of the smart city: digital infrastructure, cloud data center, IoT platforms for data sharing and sense-making among your departments. To start with a limited budget, you should look for solutions that are scalable and reliable so that you can grow over time. For example, we recommend a fiber backbone and with participating governments with cloud platform for elastic scaling. For the other items, you should identify your main challenges and opportunities in your city and choose those that have high impact and visibility for your citizens. For instance, many countries have implemented smart street lamps with CCTV, analytics, traffic monitoring, and environmental sensors. Digital transformation is not just a buzzword. It is a way of life. It means making things easier, faster, and more fun for everyone involved. But how do you do it right? Well, here are 4 simple rules to follow. First, put your user first. Give them what they want, when they want, how they want, and let them tell you what they think about it. Second, be flexible and agile. Don't get stuck in the old ways of doing things, but empower your teams to experiment and innovate. Third, connect everything: information technology, operation technology, and communication technology. They are not just acronyms, but they are your best friends. By integrating them with data and AI, you can optimize your operations, secure your systems, comply with regulations, save money and time, and delight your customers. Fourth, be open and collaborative. You can't do it alone, so work with others who share your vision and values. Find partners who can complement your strengths and fill your gaps. Together, you can create amazing solutions that can make a difference. You know the EU framework thing I earlier mentioned, right? So they have actually some cool ideas of making things safer and smarter. We have picked a few might work for us depending on where we are. Here are some examples. Keep out the bad guys with e-gates and fences for public safety. Protect your HQ with cameras at the doors and key spots. Watch out for CT with cameras in public places where crimes happen. Help people get health and education online. Make traffic smoother with smart systems. So what do these projects have in common? They all have involved filming stuff, people, where they work, places, and things that happen. They also use some kind of connection or system to verify who or what is passing through the gates or roads. And they help with health and learning online. How awesome is it that our initiatives can transform the data of people, objects, locations, events, and organizations into OT, operation technology. This means we can use sensors to monitor everything that is happening in the city, from video conferencing for training or consultation, to collaborating with other government departments to deal with crisis. This rich information help us make sense of city dynamics, such as when and where the traffic jams occur. These facts empowers you as leaders to make informed and evidence-based decisions through big data instead of relying on your intuition. You have been involved in implementing e-services here. Two years ago, the Ministry of Communications and Information Technology launched the Nagarik app, a single platform for government-related services. This is a great achievement, which I would love to hear more about it. I have some key factors for success that I would like to share. The most important one is leadership, as mentioned by the previous speaker. So the top leader has to inspire, convince, or sometimes push the team to change their old ways for the betterment of the country and their future generation. The governance and structure has to change too. How do you manage each department's data, what to share, who to share, data classification? You need to establish your own data structure standard, as each country has its own uniqueness based on my experience working with the different countries. Your law and regulations have to adapt to new ways of collecting information like digital evidence to prosecute scammers and strengthen laws on cybersecurity. Your operating model with other government agencies will also change. The job scope and the responsibility will shift. Another factor is privacy and sovereignty. You own your data and no one has the right to take it away from you, so policies and implementation are crucial for that. A data set strategy is a process that defines how to use data to support business objectives and make informed decisions. The last point is to consider the use of technologies that are easy to scale, open, and future-proof to protect the investments. So what is trending in the smart city ICT domain? So the earlier keynote speaker has mentioned the digital twin. Smart city digital twin ICT infrastructure is a cutting-edge technology that can create a virtual replica of a real city, capturing its physical, social, and environmental aspects by using sensors, data, and AI. Digital twin can monitor, simulate, and optimize various urban scenarios such as traffic, energy, waste management, and public safety. This can help improve the quality of life, efficiency, and sustainability of smart cities. Nepal, as a developing country with rapid urbanization and diverse challenges, can benefit from adopting smart city digital twin ICT infrastructures in many ways. For example, digital twin can help Nepal plan and design resilient and inclusive urban spaces that can cope with natural disasters such as earthquakes and floods. Digital twin can also help Nepal enhance its governance and service delivery by enabling data-driven decisions making and citizens' engagement. Furthermore, digital twin can help Nepal foster innovations and economic growth by supporting its emerging sectors such as tourism, agriculture, and renewable energy. One of the key aspects of smart city ICT infrastructure is the need to establish close relationships with city communications and IoT network, as well as the city services, applications, and endpoints. City communication and IoT network refers to the wireless technologies that connect various devices and machines in the city, such as sensors, cameras, vehicles, meters, and lights. City services, applications, and endpoints refer to the cloud-based IoT applications that receive, analyze, and manage data in real time to help municipals, enterprises, and citizens make better decisions that improve quality of life. Smart city digital twin ICT infrastructure can offer Nepal a powerful tool to transform its urban development and achieve its social environment and economic goals. So Huawei has actually actively contributed to the global smart city in 700 cities and 100 countries around the world. We have established projects in China, the Philippines, the Middle East, South Africa, and South America. We have assisted countries all over the world in meeting their KPIs in order to not only accelerate their economies, but also win innovation awards. Our smart city strategies are centered on the need of your citizens. To summarize today's session, smart cities are being implemented in every country, but more needs to be done. Initiatives should be based on each of your city's pain points. The implementation should be user-centric. Have your investors be willing and satisfied to make investments, empower your people, train them well, review your organization, law, regulations, operating models, data strategy.